went to service in, let's see, it was November 1965.
Were you drafted?
No, I enlisted.
You enlisted. Which branch did you choose?
Army.
Army?
Yeah. I had a little trouble going on in my life, trouble with the law and stuff, and it was time to do something.
Did you feel like you just were going to try to straighten up, do something different?
Well, it was kind of sudden when I decided to enlist because I was running how to run a backhoe down in Iowa. And I came home in high school, a good friend of mine, we have always said, well, let's go in the Army together. And I come home and for a weekend or something, and he said, hey, I'm leaving for the Army Monday. I said, all right, I'll go sign up. So I went and signed up. Wow. It was that fast. I don't know if I ever had time to be scared. I really didn't. And I don't think I knew what scared was because I think most of us young fellas, we figured we were invincible. Mm-hmm. We could do anything. Nothing could harm us.
Did you ever lose a buddy over there?
Oh, yeah.
Did that ever impact your sense of invincibility?
No, not at the time.
You just really were diehard invincible.
Yeah, we were gung-ho young boys.
Yeah.
Made into men, in a short time.
Yes.
Didn't have time to think about. Didn't even have time to think about getting killed. Because it just was one of them things that was impossible to happen to me or us.
Yes.
I think the positive things I took away was, well, it was positive at the time, but then all of a sudden it was gone. That was the relationships that we had and how close, I'm talking about, especially over in Vietnam, because we were a gunship platoon. There was about 12 of us with 6 gunships. Well, the first gunships over in Vietnam in North Pleiku, North Vietnam at the time. We were mom and dad, brother and sister, and the longer we flew together, the more we depended on each other because we had to depend on each other. There was nobody else, and depending on each other brought back a very intimate relationship.
And you knew your roles, and you knew each other's strengths, and
Oh, we knew everything about each other.
yeah, you knew how to cover each other.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I don't think ever in my life there will be relationships like that ever happen again. In fact, I don't think I know there never will be. Never.
Is that kind of discouraging in a way?
It's very discouraging. It's very discouraging, and I think, and I know the main reason of that is it's just the sense of losing someone if you get close to them again. And then I don't think I've learned how to get close because
there was so much to lose.
I know there was death.
Yes.
There was death, and it happened several times. And with death, there's no comeback.
Yes.
And that's why you just give up. It's done, it's gone. And you try hard to get it back, but you try hard, and then over. It's a different life, different world. You got different feelings, you got different hurts, you got different pains. But I'm doing pretty good.
I think so.
My last tour in the VA was last winter now, inpatient. That was the second time I've been inpatient, so. And now that I'm retired, not working, I got the opportunity to progress with my life by going to outpatient classes.
When you talk about inpatient and outpatient, are you talking about treatment for PTSD?
Yeah, I'm talking PTSD treatment. That was in 2004. 2004 and then 06 and 07 I was back in.
When did you realize that you had what could be called PTSD?
Oh, well, I think it was back in like 1996. And I was pretty strung out, ready to do something really stupid, and friends of mine helped me get in touch with a psychiatrist up at the VA. And he wanted to admit me right away, but of course I wouldn't do it because I don't, I'm not like that, I wasn't like that. So things got worse and worse. And you could deal with it, then you couldn't deal with it. Before I finally, they tried to get me to come inpatient several times, but And in the wintertime, I had more time because my job, which was heavy equipment operator, it was unemployed in the wintertime, so I'd stop in and, you know, just talk to a few people, but never commit to the thinking, or whatever you might call it, admit to being actually, you know.
I don't have the problem.
Yeah,
There is a problem.
Right, addicted by it or something.
Yeah.
In '04 I went in, it was a 12-week program. Seemed like I never got the right to go from this point in my life to this point in my life. Slowly, or I did a year jump. I went from a young boy, loving, carry, or having fun type boy.
Free,
Yep.
go lucky, yeah.
Came back to a hard man.
You feel like you came back a hard man?
Oh, I know I came back a hard man, definitely.
Because of losing your friends and...
Right, but you didn't realize that for a while. I thought that this is the way it's supposed to be. This is the right way it's supposed to be, or you know, the right way. This way I'm supposed to feel, or was supposed to feel. But it wasn't, and it affected my relationships with everybody.
that hardness. You think there was any anger?
Oh, there's a lot of anger. Afterwards, down the road, anger built and built and built.
Yeah.
And along with that, you know, drinking and drugging just progressed and progressed and progressed and progressed because it made me feel okay with it, you know, until the next time, and then all of a sudden we have to start over again, the drinking and drugging.
Wow.
It was the stress level had just gotten so high, and the anger and anxiety level, I couldn't even control myself. So the dumb guys, what they said, I did. I made a commitment this last time I went in that I'm not going to live like that anymore, no matter what it takes. And I dumped everything out I could come up with on the table. And a lot of tears, but I got rid of so much guilt. It was unbelievable. Because everything I did, I thought was my fault. So that happened over there. It was just like sitting here today. I could see it here today, and I could see this guy, you know, looking for help, and he was dying. I couldn't do nothing for him. Or this group of guys going in on a gun run over here, and they were getting the shit shot out of them or kicked out of them. You can only do so much.
You couldn't be in all places and doing all things.
You know, only had 6 machine guns and rockets, and after we dumped them, we had to go back and get more. What happened in between time, you know? So I dumped everything on the table, and then hard for me to understand. I mean, it's still hard for me to believe it, but I guarantee it's there.
Yeah.
You know, it was mostly due to guilt, a lot of guilt.
PTSD is mostly having to do with guilt.
PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, I believe, comes from guilt made with fear.
Actually,
This wasn't supposed to come.
no.
And PTSD doesn't happen. The time it happened, it had nothing to do with PTSD.
It had to do with survival.
It had to do with survival, but PTSD comes with age. As you grow, PTSD grows within me.
I believe that. Because can you forgive yourself?
Can I forgive? I've forgiven myself now, and I just did that after this last program.
It's good.
The VA in St. Cloud is a safe zone for me and a lot of other veterans. We were there. It's just like going into an AA meeting. As soon as you get inside the door,
I can breathe. I can let my hair down.
yeah, because there's other people there like you.
Yeah.